Oh, hey everybody, it's me, Mr. Train. I was just working on my imitation of a barred owl. Learning about birds and the sounds that they make is one of the best parts about learning about birds. I think you'll discover that listening and learning sounds like fun. Hi everyone, my name is Mr. Train, and I've had such an amazing time sharing my love of birds with you. Today, I'm really excited to show you one amazing thing about birds, the sounds that they make. You're going to start to have a lot more fun. When you think about it, our senses are really superpowers. I mean, think about it. My dog Rigby can be inside right now. He doesn't see me, he doesn't smell me, yet when I call, Rigby, come! He comes flying down the steps, all because of his sense of hearing. When I go outside and look around, I might not see any birds, but if I use my ears, I can begin to hear birds that are down the street, or behind a building, or at the park. And then I can get a picture of those birds in my head. Learning how to identify a bird by its sound can really be fun. And so today I want to introduce you to the idea that birds speak nature's language. I want you to think of all the sounds we hear as nature's language. And we are going to start to learn how to speak nature's language by listening to birds. And here's how we're going to do it. We're going to play two games together. The first one is called the mnemonics game. Can you say that word? Mnemonics. A mnemonic is something you create to help yourself remember something better. When it comes to identifying nature's language, you want to come up with your own mnemonics, phrases that help you to remember what the sound sounds like. Mnemonics can be silly or wacky or goofy. In fact, the goofier the better, because if it's goofy, you'll remember it. I have some birding buddies to share with you, some mnemonics from two birds that we're going to learn about today. The tufted titmouse and the white-throated sparrow. First up is the tufted titmouse, one of the cutest birds there is. Titmice spend a lot of their time with chickadees. And the mnemonic that many people use to remember the tufted titmouse song is Peter, Peter, Peter. Let's listen to the song again. What comes to your mind when you hear? Let's hear from some of my birding buddies to see what mnemonics they came up with when they hear the tufted titmouse.
Oh, feeder, feeder, feeder.
Tweedle, 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 tweedle.
Texas, Texas, Texas.
Nuts, 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 nuts.
Tweedle, tweedle, tweedle.
Nut, 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 nut. Nuts, nuts, nuts.
Our next bird mnemonic is going to be for a bird called the white-throated sparrow. I always love to see this bird in Hoboken. Just look at that awesome crown. It looks like a football helmet. Now, when some people hear the white-throated sparrow, they hear, "Oh, sweet Canada, Canada, Canada." Let's hear what some of my birding buddies came up with.
Good night, everyone. Food, 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 food.
My hot dog is yummy, 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 yummy.
Time for barbecue, barbecue, barbecue.
Wait a minute. Something's making me think of books and birds. It must be time for my new segment where I tell you about some of my favorite books about birds.
Books, books,
Birds,
books, books,
birds, and
books.
birds. There's nothing like a good book about birds. Every time I open up a book, I learn something new. And today, I want to share with you one of my favorite books about how to look for birds. It's called Look Up by Annette LeBlanc Kate. I've read Look Up dozens of times with my best birding buddy Otis. We've learned so much about where to look for birds and how to look for birds from this book. The drawings are amazing, and there's always something more to look for and laugh at together. Like I always say, when we wonder, we discover. So go to the Hoboken Public Library or your local library and check out this wonderful read with someone you love and begin discovering new things for yourself. Are you having just as much fun as I am today? Good, because our second game is going to be even wackier. Here's what we're going to do. I've asked some of my birding buddies to listen to some more of nature's language. Simply by imitating these birds, you can start to have fun and see if you can get close to the sounds that they make. I'm pretty excited. This is going to be pretty silly. Our next bird is the white-breasted nuthatch. The white-breasted nuthatch is one of my favorite birds. Nuthatches are also allies of titmice and chickadees. Look at the way this nuthatch is able to stand sideways on the pole. Nuthatches are so agile that they can even hang upside down on trees and limbs. A lot of people say that the sound that the white-breasted nuthatch makes is yank, yank. But I want to see what my birding buddies can come up with.
Kelp, kelp. Kelp, kelp, kelp.
Pretty awesome. Kudos to Rigby for giving it his best too. I think it's nice that a dog wants to try and imitate a bird too. The next bird we're going to hear from is a bird that I actually helped to rescue this summer in Hoboken, the American kestrel. What a beautiful bird. This small, colorful falcon is one of my favorites. One of the characteristics that you can use to identify a kestrel is the flicking tail. Notice how it keeps going up and down. Let's listen to the sound the kestrel makes. I haven't been able to find a mnemonic for the sound that this bird makes, but that doesn't matter. Let's see how my birding buddies can imitate its sound.
Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep.
Which one was your favorite? The thing that I love about birding and nature is that the most important thing is about having fun. And so I am grateful to my birding buddies for sending me their silly imitations. Remember, when we try to imitate bird sounds, the most important thing is to have a good time. Speaking of a good time, I am so excited because I have started to receive amazing pieces of artwork from you, my birding buddies. Check out this beautiful red bird by my birding buddy Ray. Ray mentions that his bird whistles. Now, when I first saw Ray's picture, I started thinking, he saw the bird in winter, it's red, and that brought to mind one specific bird, the northern cardinal. The northern cardinal is a gorgeous bird. I mean, look at that beautiful red. Ray really captured that color. And I thought it would be fun if some of my birding buddies could try to imitate the northern cardinal's whistle. Before we hear it, I want to tell you something really interesting. The mnemonic for the cardinal song is, "What cheer, what cheer, what cheer." Cardinal song is one of the earliest songs that people start to hear in the wintertime. In fact, some people believe that the reason that we use the word cheer to remember the song is because cardinals are reminding us that cheerful days, like warm spring ones, are just around the corner. Maybe some of my birding buddies can come up with some other ways of remembering this beautiful song. Is this what it sounds like?
Sweet Mary, sweet Mary, sweet Mary.
Is that what it sounds like? Is this what it sounds like?
Text, 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 text.
Is that what it sounds like?
Ooey, 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 ooey.
Is that what it sounds like?
Wordy, 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 wordy.
One of my other birding buddies, Eli, sent me this beautiful painting of a black-capped chickadee. Isn't that gorgeous? If you don't remember, here's what the black-capped chickadee sounds like. I hope you get just as excited and inspired and begin drawing birds. And remember, don't forget about the art competition. Your entries are due by February 1st. You can find the submission form on my Facebook page at Mr. Train's Life Lessons for Better Birding and Beyond, or you can send me an email at mrtrain@mrtrain.org. And be sure to check out my YouTube page on Valentine's Day, because I will be posting a very special Valentine's Day webisode in which I will be revealing the winners of the Mr. Train Art Contest. Before we go, it's time for another bird brain teaser.
Hi, Mr. Train. I have a mnemonic for one of my favorite birds. Let's see if you can guess it. Tea kettle, tea kettle, tea kettle, tea kettle, tea kettle.
Wow, what a great question. And I do have an answer for you, but you'll have to wait till our next video to find out what it is. I am so grateful.
Wait a minute, Mr. Train. We can end the episode right now. We haven't done a Mr. Train's bird word yet.
We haven't? Oh no! Okay, let me see if I can figure something out.
On Seatso, we have some scrambled up letters here. Let's see if we can make a bird word with them. Oh, I know what it is. It's sonations. Sonations.
Sonations. Sonations are the non-vocal sounds that birds make. People tend to think that birds only communicate through songs and calls, but birds can also speak nature's language by using parts of their bodies like wings and beaks. For instance, have you ever heard a mourning dove fly away? The whistling sound they make, like this one, is actually a sound made by their flapping wings. Another sonation is the flapping sound that pigeons make when they suddenly fly away. One theory about this sound is that it serves as an alarm to other birds. When a bird hears this sonation, it might be a sign that there is a danger around and they need to fly away. I am so grateful for all the amazing things that we learned over the last few weeks together. And I hope you've been inspired to go outside, have fun, and keep your eyes to the skies.